Well, hello, everybody. This is Don with the Vlog of Many Things, and let me go ahead and make sure I get our proper thing down because evidently, there, now we are. We're officially the Vlog of Many Things.
Whoa,
Oh, sorry about that.
magic,
Too many
man.
banners.
We've had some technical difficulties with video here, and
Un
um,
poquito.
so it is what it is. But we got to figure it out. So, Eric, Steve,
Mm-hmm.
our anonymous viewer, how you doing? Oh, so what are we going to talk about tonight, guys? Chad, how you doing?
Chad, welcome. I don't know, man. Like you said, it's an open mic, so anybody can ask us. It's almost like an AMA.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, how about this? Because we got the video game thing in just a second here, but yesterday was kind of fun. It was like really quiet, nothing much happening. I went, took a nap, woke up, and three major things happened. We had Area 51 caught fire. We had Tomorrowland main stage burned down, and Alaska had a 7.3 earthquake, all within about an hour of each other.
Wait a minute. Area 51 caught fire?
Yeah. Yeah, and no, there was no little green men running around.
Very interesting.
And everybody attached to the everybody who's attached to the bloody there he is. Everybody who's attached to the we're having problems with Thomas's video, and
Yeah,
it's got to be
driver problem.
It's got to be something with his connection or something's going on. But at any rate, he'll get it figured out. We'll get it figured out. But
it's a wildfire, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
So there's wildfires, alien abduction fires.
Yeah, the Tomorrowland stage burned down, and all, just kind of a crazy day. Just all kind of within a very short amount of time of each other. It's
the Jeffrey Epstein list evidently now is some type of Democratic hoax.
Oh no, the Epstein list is at Area 51, isn't it? That's why there's
that's why it's on fire.
I mean, I'm gonna. We're not gonna go into the Epstein list, but I'll just say this: if Trump wasn't on it, if Trump was on it, it would have been released prior, guaranteed. But not only that, I suspect the reason why nobody's releasing it is not because the names on the list, but because of whatever names caused the list. The people behind Epstein is probably why. It's not. It's not coming out. It's not people that are named on the list. It's the actual movers and shakers on a global level. So
I guarantee there's people behind this that are buku afraid. I mean, let's face it. I mean, let's face it. What Epstein was he was basically a pimp for pimping out little kids and little girls to the huge rich and powerful, like people that are so powerful they're above the rich and powerful.
Right, but he was working for a governmental power outside the United States. Although I'm not saying the United States might have been pulling a few strings because we got to think.
Well, keep in mind one thing: if you want to go ahead and keep a person under your control, it's not so much. It's not like the Cold War where they get you with the hooker in East Germany, an East German hooker. Now what they do is they catch you with, that you can deal with that, but you can't deal with a little kid.
We have politicians that have survived having affairs with communist spies. Mm-hmm. In our recent generation, reelect him. He's harmless.
Well, hell, what was it in the 80s, Eric? There was the big congressional page scandal where it was like the congressional pages were blowing the politicians under their desks, and it kind of came out with a couple of them. I'm just saying, don't shoot me. I wasn't a page.
Hiatus is probably the closest to the truth that we're going to get tonight. So, yes, sir.
Does not surprise me.
Yeah, Glenn, we should probably have you here since at least I know that your camera works. Ba-dum-bum.
Boom.
Oh.
Hold on a minute.
We joke because
let's share the love here. There, you got an invite link, Glenn. We'll see if Glenn's camera can stay on.
it might be, maybe it's the fourth seat. Maybe it's that extra seat. It goes. I can't handle it. Can't handle it. You got.
I don't know. I've been in that spot before, and I've stayed in
Been in what spot?
the fourth
Epstein's
spot.
list?
No, I'm talking the screen here.
Oh,
No,
okay.
no. If you were on Epstein's list, then I would say the list is invalid. It's worth it.
Yeah, I'd say if I'm on any list, I'm pretty lucky.
Nothing. Nothing. Oh God.
Okay, we started this show off with a bang.
Oh, maybe.
Okay.
Listen, folks, if I seem a little giddy, by the way, it's not an alcohol day yet. I'll get there later on tonight. But we were having a stressful week with our little Datsun, and we got her to a specialist today. And she has a slip disc, but she had Sunday night was a horror. And the specialist was like, "Oh yeah, no, we're actually not, we're not going to, recommend surgery at this point." Glenn,
Eric, let me do the jokes.
Let's see if he'll stay in.
I'm a New Yorker.
You got some hair left. Cool.
Is this going to be? Is he going to? Because if he can't stay in, it's the 4 slot is cursed.
Never.
Well,
I just changed internet providers, so it should be okay.
There you go. He's not going to drop in and out. Michael,
Suggest that to Tom.
Yeah, well, so here's the thing with Donka.
What happened with Donka?
She has a slip disc, and it went apparently for doggies with slip disc. They can go from having a great time walking and I guess running to sneezing and the disc bulges or gets unaligned. But the specialist, the neuro, was like, no, we could probably do this with medication. He responded well to it last time, and recommended doggy acupuncture.
What?
Doggy acupuncture.
Aren't wiener dogs kind of prone to slip discs and stuff?
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they are.
So there's actually a school out there. Let me get this right. Mom, I'm going to become an acupuncturist. Oh, good. Yeah, for dogs.
Well, I don't know if it's maybe they do regular acupuncture and then they do it for dogs. I don't know.
Okay.
I think you go.
Now it's going to try her camera.
Hello.
Hi, Tam. How are you?
I know, right? You're like, hey.
So this is like the Brady Bunch.
Yep.
There's a story of a man. It's got to be his connection.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got to be his connection.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we ruled out the driver. That's a good thing.
Yeah, because he's using her computer now.
Right there.
Yeah, I'm on her computer.
Which is the state of Maine computer. But
Is
okay.
Is it the AOL internet you got? I don't know.
Yep, the 5th spot is cursed.
Yes.
Yep. Oh well.
So we'll try this one more time. Okay.
Our connection is
3,
full.
2, they're froze.
Yeah, that's an internet problem there.
Yeah, you've got some type of
It's not-
internet issue.
So because like I stay
Yeah,
on here
'cause-
and I have no hiccups
Yeah.
whatsoever. None.
Yeah, well, it's hiccuping like heck right now.
let me try something here. Let me try this. I'm going to try one more time. Tom, we're going to bat for you.
Yeah.
We're going to try this one more time.
Is that Vampire Bat or Batman?
Don't know.
I was catching Bill's Batman.
It's Batman.
Because he's lasting about 30 to 45 seconds and he's gone.
And it's jumping and it's sticking, so that tells me
Yeah.
he's probably got a speed problem.
Yeah, he's got some. Yep.
And it might not be the actual connection. It might be just the route they're taking to Restream.
Might be. So we'll have to But
You can probably work that out after the show.
Bob.
so
Yeah.
so basically lots of things are happening just about or thereabouts. Glenn,
Yo,
welcome, by the way. Glenn, to let everybody know, is editing for Wizard Tower Games now, Wizard
Hi,
Tower
Hope.
Publishing.
Yay!
Yeah.
So
We're not worthy.
he told me Mark looks up to me. Well, he has to. I'm 6'6".
you're 6'6".
I'm 6'6". Although on my last doctor visit, there was a nurse who tried like hell to convince me I was 6'5".
Yeah, you
That
may be
bitch.
now.
And then she says, old people start shrinking. I said, I don't.
Rachel already shrank half an inch.
Okay, let's
Is
try
she?
this again.
Wow.
She doesn't have a half an inch to give.
Yeah, real quick. Steve made a point here. You guys are sticking down below. Like you guys' frame rate is like really choppy. So I'm thinking, but
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
and there they go. So it's their connection is what it is.
Yep.
Get rid of that Walmart stuff.
It's the Walmart special.
So basically, to give, I'll start off with the news updates. Okay, how about that?
Yeah.
Okay, then we'll get into we'll stop talking about Epstein and kid porn, and we'll talk about other stuff. Hired Glenn as an editor. We have hired Mark Akers as a module writer, proofreader type guy. Mark Akers, for those of you who don't know, is one of the original creators of Gangbusters.
Yes, he was.
I have hired a young lady. I'm looking for another one still, but hired a young lady to be a layout specialist. Her name is Stephanie. She is very, very motivated. We're just gearing up. Like Steve knows, like we did at Two Moon, Steve. We're just gearing up and getting ready because big things are going to happen. And we're just going to get set up there. So
Hopefully not big things like your one secretary.
which one was that? My secretary was Melanie, was tiny, thin thing.
No. The one that was carrying a 6-pack on her chest.
Oh, Abby. You mean the one that gave me the birthday cake the shape of her tits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I had 9 women working for me. They called me out, gave me a big old birthday cake, and I was like, oh, lawsuit. Don don't like this. And yes, my wife is in the audience, and my wife laughs probably because she knows the ladies at Two Moon, my old publishing company, were a really good group of gals.
I'll bet
let's
you
see.
are.
They were all a good group of gals. They really were. I had a really good crew there. I got to admit.
Did you?
So, yeah, really good crew.
Yeah, they did a good job handling some of the really weird dudes that walked through the front door.
You know, Abby was unique. There was Kate, she was my layout specialist. She was like 19, but I'll tell you what, that girl could walk around anybody in design. That girl was damn good at that program. But then we found out, that she had a fifth of, I think it was
the magic hat.
Yeah, she had this big magic wizard hat on her shelf that I never looked underneath until one day at the very end. She had a big old fifth, like that much left in it. I was like, that's why you always walk around with those thermos mugs.
Yeah, I've heard. That's publishing for you.
Yeah. Yep. My wife says, oh, well, there was Kate and the other one from Hastings that went on the bus tour. Oh, I had an office manager that we found out later on that was a swinger.
Uh-oh.
She'd go on these traveling bus tours where like all the couples would get on the bus. If you're ever going down the road at midnight, you see a bus that's kind of going, a big old tour bus. That's those swinger buses. They play music in there with strobe lights and everything.
When the bus is rocking.
Yeah.
Don't come a knocking.
So Bob Gnarly says Glenn should be narrating adventures. I bet that would sell. Yes, Glenn will be. Me and Glenn talked a little bit about him doing some advertisement narrating for some cool stuff. So
down in the valley, the orcs were
that kind of stuff.
So now, could you do like a solo adventure that's text based, but then Glenn has narration that you could? Oh well, you were in section 420. Oh, there's sound effects here coming from Glenn Hellstrom. Play it.
You just got ate by a troll.
I've been thinking of going on Fiverr and doing like $5. I'll give you three paragraphs of narration if you need it for your game, like when you start and all that.
Why not?
Nobody does that. I mean, I see tons of voice actors and narrators on there, but nobody does anything for role playing games.
Yeah, they don't.
Yeah,
that's a good idea. So, Eric. Besides Donka, glad she's feeling better. Besides doggy acupuncture, anything on your news front?
That was the
You get to walk on her back too.
major news. All right, well, here I'll throw this out because it's just interesting. So I'm actually in two YouTube
There's no
training
issue.
mentorship programs. Whoa! That's an angle.
Yes, it is.
And it's gone.
That was a phone. Yes.
Coming to you straight.
There's
from
something going on weird
me.
with him because he
Yeah.
can't. It was that was a phone and he's having trouble staying on even on a phone.
But
And there's
that-
something
he's probably
going weirdly
using-
on with
he's
his
probably
stuff
using
or
home
something's
internet.
going on.
Are you
This
using
is-
your cellular? Or are you
Where
using
are you
your home?
What
Or
kind
is
of
it your
internet do you
phone?
have, Tom?
My phone is an iPhone.
Fox
15
takes the L.
Max
Yeah.
OS.
No, but what are you using your cellular service? Or are you using your home?
Using your
Dun dun dun.
This reminds me of early days of Thaco's Hammer when we tried to have Bad Mike on, but you just couldn't do it because he had a bad router or something.
well, Bad Mike still to this day, as a viewer of your guys' channel, there'll be many times that Bad Mike will be talking or he'll freeze.
Yeah.
Like for
Yeah.
2 or 3 minutes straight.
Yeah.
It's like he looks like he's like,
Having a stroke.
But a couple of weeks ago, I said, "Why don't you come on? We're going to do another Thaco's Hammer. Why don't you come on?" He says, "I was supposed to be a part of the show." Yeah, you were supposed to be if your equipment worked.
so Eric has you said you have news. What's the news, Eric?
I'm in actually 2 YouTube mentorship programs.
Ooh.
Yes, congratulations.
Don't ask me how.
Boy.
But it's I'm learning some interesting things, and probably the most interesting thing I've learned. If you have a YouTube channel and you have membership, members only videos get pushed out like advertising to everybody.
Yeah,
I did not realize that.
I get the good videos from him. The ones that nobody else gets to see unless you're a
But
member.
but here's the thing: if
Jokes.
say Steve doesn't have a membership, hold on a second. There we go. Sorry, we're just trying to.
find a flashlight to find that
Ah,
remote control. I have like.
All right, wait.
table out.
we're live. Oh. And then,
It's gonna be one of those
I
nights.
love Hiatus.
Oh, yeah.
They talk
in,
about.
in, in any case,
Oh,
if
go ahead.
you don't, if you're not a membership of the channel, you're still going to see members only videos show up in your feed, and they push those. So if you have a channel and you want to get your channel quote seen, having members only videos is a good way to do it.
Well, a couple things real quick. I'm going to agree with Tom from Tabletop Taproom. We just blame him for everything. But Eric, in all seriousness, explain what, and I'm all joking aside. You know, I admit I've never heard of this training that YouTube offers. Explain what it is exactly.
I'll tell you the truth. I didn't know what it was either until I saw an invite pop up in my email, which
And
I
if they told
almost.
you, they'll have to show him.
Yeah, if I tell the full story, I may have to get killed. But what it is, it's a creator's workshop, and it offers video training once or twice a week, and usually it's about like 100 or 125 people watching the video live. I don't know how many people are watching it afterwards, and it was almost like going back to school in a lot of ways.
Yeah, well, real quick, Injun Joe says my early. Injun Joe, no, you're right in time because we have not went off the rails yet.
No, we've gone off the rails.
We're working on it.
We're working on that. So, it's interesting. But it's two different programs because one's like a focus group.
So I take it if you're a channel that buys all your subs and everything, you're not going to be invited to it.
You know, I don't know. I guess doing the actual work as opposed to not doing the actual work is a difference. I do know for the focus group that the people that were in the focus group, the larger group, the initial group, and what is now the larger group may have been a bit more random, but the focus group was handpicked by community managers from their different community manager programs to put into a single focus group. So I'm just finding it very interesting what I'm learning.
Well, I think it's fascinating because it's just fascinating to me. So they must see something in your channel. You know.
Apparently, I don't know what it is.
So as we go around clockwise, Mr. Hallstrom, sir, any news on your front?
Yeah, I was made editor at Wizard Tower Games,
True.
and we're just trying to get that book cranked out. You know what I mean?
Well, the thing about that is that we had to do some. You know, I got to explain something to anybody. If you're going to go to work, even as a contractor, you have to understand what has to happen here. We still have to, on our end, do things through the feds. Like we have to get like basic information from you, and not you, Glenn, and not Mark Akers, but I actually had another layout specialist hired, and he went totally off the rails on me because I said, you got to sign this agreement.
Uh-oh.
And he goes, no, this is all under the table. I'm like, I
No,
don't care
no,
if
it's
you
not.
report it. I don't care if you report it or not. Ain't none of my business, but I got to report it.
Right.
And his question to me was literally, you mean to tell me you actually pay taxes to the feds when you have to?
Oh,
He's one of those guys.
Yeah.
yes, he is.
So he basically told me that if he has to fill paperwork out, then I can basically kick rocks. And I says, well, I'll be kicking those rocks.
Kick him down the road.
That was
Mhm.
a problem avoided.
And by the way, I got a question for everybody. I had another applicant, and not trying to make fun of people, but you know, for a layout specialist, okay. If let me back up. If Eric, Steve, or Glenn asked me to lay out a 225-page role-playing game, and I told you I wanted $7,500 for it, would that be a good deal to lay the book out?
That's a question.
I mean, are you laying out a book for WotC? Are you laying?
Oh no, I had a
Depends
layout
on the book.
specialist that wanted like buku bucks per page. I mean, like
Yeah, up
massive.
that.
Where it would have equaled out to be for a 225-page book. It worked out to be $7,500.
Wow.
That seems a bit excessive. I mean, coming from somebody whose layout skills are serviceable, I took that as a compliment because I thought they sucked. So I'll take serviceable for 100 pet. But you know, the reality is that a lot of RPG books are never going to make $7,500 in sales, let alone profits. So to expect to get $757,500 to lay out a book, God bless you for aiming high, but
Yeah, that's just
I-
being delusional.
And I will tell you something. I have to give a compliment out there where compliments are due. I put the ad out on Wizard Tower Games, and I put it on the Tabletop Games page.
Mhm.
And we had as of today, we've had over 200 people email me.
okay.
And I'm not, and you know what? It's tough because, you know, you want to give everybody a chance. And
Right.
you meet so many talented people, and you look at their resumes and their portfolios, and God, they're freaking talented out there. How they're not working full time in the industry is beyond me. And it is so tough to make those decisions because, you know, I don't like telling people no. You know, I have that problem. I don't like somebody who needs my help doing something,
Right.
even though I do it for pay. If they need it for free, I'll help them out. But just the talent out there, I'm telling you right now, there is true talent out there for anybody out there that wants to do stuff. So Glenn, besides coming to work for an absolutely fine, fantastic gaming company that has a hot, bald owner. Wait a minute, did I say that too close together? Bald owner?
I was just gonna tell you, you know, gotta watch that.
Yeah. So besides that, Glenn, any other news in your life that's happening?
Oh, my wife's making me move furniture and all that kind of stuff.
You know, you can
sure
come
there was-
stay at my place if you want to help me
Oh,
furniture.
thank you. I'm looking for a job. I don't know. I'm just looking for like something, you know, one of those part-time jobs retired people get.
Yeah.
That
Well,
kind of-
we'll help you out best we can because we got quite a few stuff.
I gotta get the money up for the con, especially your con and North Texas next
Yeah.
year.
Well,
I'm
just
not a special guest anymore. North
tomorrow, your editing job, your first one's headed your way. It'll be a gangbusters project.
Cool. I did have a gangbusters type question, but I will refrain right now since we're
Okay,
got to talk with other stuff.
no problem.
I can make it general, but that's okay. You guys go ahead and
No, we'll get to it. Just keep in mind, okay?
yeah, I'll try.
Steve,
Hmm?
anything happening in your life?
Yeah, I'm doing a bunch of been doing a bunch of writing, and most of it's just to try and unplug from all of the crazy that I always have to deal with. But I've got Biblical Use of Lots. I got that one coming out here August 1st. I've got another one after that, The Man Who Reached for God. And then after that, I've got, and you've read part of this one, is the Vessels of Power trilogy. It's science fantasy, and it's kind of this fish out of water story done in a fantasy setting, and it's been a riot. I've been loving it. Plus, it's told in first person from the perspective of this the main character whose name is Clarence. And he's funny because you got all these like really epic fantasy guys, dwarves, elves, beastkin, and all this. And then you've got Clarence, who's like this complete and total nerd who is not from this world. And like I said, you read the first part of that.
And just for people to know, Steve has a lot of different works. If you like sci-fi, he does great sci-fi. And your website, Steve, if I recall, is earthfleet.net.
That's the anchor domain. The actual writing website is realmsofimagination.net.
.net, yes.
Yeah.
So, come on, Don, I don't build furniture together. Yeah, we don't build furniture
You
together.
don't want to sit in the furniture I ever built. I've never built furniture in my life.
Yeah. No, we just want to stay happily married, me and my wife, so we don't build furniture together. Good evening, Mr. Gunn. Yeah, my results are pretty good. To take a 28-year break, I'm a bit rusty. So, yeah, Steve is a prolific writer, very good sci-fi, writes a lot of religious. Steve, what would you classify your religious writing as? Not fiction. It's more of like a self-help, would you call it?
Yeah, pocket guides is what I call them.
Yeah, pocket guides.
Yeah, the Man Who Reached for God is the first actual fiction novel that I've done.
Yeah. Yep.
The rest of them have all been pocket guides.
Yep. That's how me and Steve wrote, by the way. He came into a print shop I had and said, I need to know if you do covers or not. And I redid the Orc Perimeter.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that was, God, almost 20 years ago. Holy shit.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Don, IKEA equals divorce. Darn right. Me and my wife do not do furniture together. Hell no. But, so now that we've all been updated, our 4 things,
Here we are.
anything in the general news that's interesting that's not WotC related? Let's
Anything news related, and we all look at Eric.
Oh, hey, hold on before you go any further, and I forget about this. That link I sent you about the first video game 40 years ago, one explosive computer game caught almost everyone's attention.
Yes.
And it was June 1985. The Way of the Exploding Fist hit the Commodore 64.
But you know what the funny thing is? Do you guys remember that game for Commodore 64?
No, and I had a 64.
Yeah. So, okay, the ideas for if you guys would have to classify one video game as a video game in your opinion that really made an impact in video game play, what would it be? For me, I think Zork would be probably one of the big ones as far as video games first started hitting computers.
Right.
But Doom, or not, was it Doom? Which one where the guy is?
Castle Wolfenstein.
He quotes, "Your face, my ass, what's the difference?"
Oh, that's not Wolfenstein. That's
that's not Doom. That's
Duke Nukem.
Duke Nukem. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think is some games that really, really hit the
I think on the 64, the Atari 4800, the Tandy, something like that, you're looking at Ultima and Wizardry. Those two series, they set the bar for everything that came after. For the Gold Box, was it Might and Magic? Or, they set the bar.
Yeah.
Everything else that came after that was an imposter.
Glenn, ideas?
I'm thinking. It's got to be an Infocom game.
Oh, Infocom was
yeah.
legendary.
Yeah.
There is Google or go on YouTube and search for the history of Infocom. There is an hour and a half long documentary about how they started off and how they did everything. It is such a cool. Oh yeah, excellent documentary.
I'm
but
trying to remember the name of the one I like to play. It was one of those crazy ones. The something strippers, something.
Leisure Suit Larry and
No.
Was
It was a sci-fi. It was a sci-fi parody game. It was kind of like Hitchhiker's Guide, which they also did, which was also fun.
Yeah.
But I can't remember the name. But I remember the program figured out what gender you were, so it could fix it by putting you in a bar and ask you which bathroom you go to because you have to go.
Oh,
That wouldn't work these days. You can't use that question.
no, it's not going to work these days. But that's actually a really unique way that it used informational input to dictate where it's going to go next.
Yeah, I'll bet somebody can print.
Leisure Suit Larry?
No. And I also remember there was a part in the game where I was in front of this galactic emperor or something like that, or they wanted something I want to pass through to get somewhere, and he said, "Answer this riddle," and it gives this whole thing, and it scrolls by, and I forget, it's I'm this. Oh, what? And I type in the question, King, because I missed the questions. That's the answer.
Yep.
That was the answer to the riddle, the question.
So, Steve, what do you think?
Leather Goddesses of Phobos. That's it.
Oh yeah, that's a huge parody. That was a big one.
That was a funny one. Anyway, sorry. Go ahead, Steve.
Oh,
No, you're fine.
One of the other ones that I remember, not as far as the first video game I played, but the first console we had, is Mom got us one of those old ColecoVisions that you had like tennis and racquetball or whatever, and you just flip the switch to go between them. Oh, we played the heck out of that one. And then when that one finally wore out, she finally spent a big chunk of money and bought us a 2600. And that lasted about 4 years until my sister and I got into a fight, and the 2600 found a wall by accident.
And
Oops.
interesting little bit of history that's attached to Wizard Tower Games. One of our creators, Paulie Kidd, was the lead developer and creator of Shadowrun for the NES.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Okay.
For those of you who didn't know, yeah, Paulie Kidd did Shadowrun and also Nightshade for the NES.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, and it blew my eyes. Like, wait a minute, you did Shadowrun? And I was like, she was like, yeah. So,
Here's
Bob Darley,
hey,
Zork
hey,
and Phobos are amazing.
Mr. COC, Sandy Peterson did Doom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, here's a funny thing too, and I tell a bunch of people, like in my job and in other places, is when I learned to code, I learned from the 8-bit generation. That was the people who did like the Coleco, the Commodore, all that, because those were old 8-bit processors, and those are the people I learned from. And I mean, those are the guys that were hardcore coming in the door. So,
well, it's like when you're 13 years old and you do this line of code: 10 call clear, 20 print don, 30 go to 10. And it just goes don. You're like, yeah, look at me, I'm a badass, man.
and I'm learning under people that used to write in Fortran and assembly and all this, like it was just a walk in the park.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned from the big boys right there.
Mm-hmm.
Engine Joe says Shadowrun was by Data East. Hold on a minute. It was actually done by Beam Software and FASA.
Mm-hmm.
FASA and Beam Software teamed up together. And FASA was the ones with Mike Scuzzy Nielsen and Wormwood who did Vor, which is a RPG-based tabletop war game.
Yeah.
Back in the day. So, Fugly says, I learned to code with Fortran. Boy, that you're dating yourself.
Oh, that was a hardcore language back in the day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, Yeah, video games have changed so much. I mean, just so much now. And I'm sorry, I understand. I have an Xbox, or not an Xbox, a PlayStation. I think it's a 3 or 4 or whatever. And I love the graphics of first person shooters. I get that, but there's something about sitting down and playing like a text based like Zork, or sitting down and playing something like Eye of the Beholder, where it's like frame by frame. It's just, I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I just love that type of thing.
I used to love dialing in to the local college mainframe and doing some of the old fashioned text muds. Oh, those were fun.
Oh, and I didn't even know this. My wife says my specials teacher taught my littles. She teaches developmental kindergarten, keep in mind, to code little cars to move by color this year. Start them young.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, nice.
Ooh, Railroad Empire.
Yep.
Oh,
Learned on Key Punch. Wow, yeah, that's a little while
You know,
ago.
Yeah.
for a while, my friend, I had a friend who had a C64, and we get together with like 2 or 3 people at his house and play this game called Colonial Conquest.
Mm-hmm.
And it was basically kind of a derivative of Risk.
Risk, yeah.
And it was like 2 different time periods. I think one was just before World War One, and then you could play an earlier one. But each person that they're the country, but we'd only have like 4, and there's 7 countries. So the computer would play the rest of them. You can tell the computer to play the rest of them. And it was so funny. You go through the rounds, and I said, okay, I do this, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do that. And then they let the computer go, and everybody's going, whoa, I didn't see that.
Mm-hmm.
He just invaded China here, and the computer now owns China.
Mm-hmm.
Thing. And it blew me away the way the computer would blow us out of the water every time.
Yep. And this is interesting because, I mean, people don't realize the struggle that it was. Tom says his dad spent a week just entering data so a 300 employee company could print paychecks at the end of the week. All that information you have to enter, and now just literally it's just a couple lines of code.
Yeah.
Well, they used to train you for data entry when I was in high school. Now it's like you just run it through like what looks like a big Xerox machine, and it just does it all for you.
Yeah.
If it's on paper, and if it's not, it's probably all in digital just right from the start.
Well, think about how you used to do stuff before CSS. And look what CSS has done for just general website development. I mean,
I used to, on Thaco's Hammer, Brian, I swear to God, he swears he wish he still had the old SSI D&D Gold Box games.
Oh yeah, those were fun.
You can still get those. You can actually still get them and play them on
Steam.
No, not Steam. You can literally download it on your computer. Oh, I forget because I have Eye of the Beholder, all of them.
Uh-huh.
What's the other? There's another service that gives them. Oh god.
Yeah. Let's see here.
By the way, between like role playing, first person shooter, and RTS, what was your favorite that you liked? I preferred RTS, but I did play first person shooter and role played. I think of the role play, my favorite was SimCity.
SimCity.
Mm-hmm.
I like first person, but with me, it was more. I liked I'm going to quote Eye of the Beholder again. I like that like wizardry, where you're just going like, it's almost turn based. Like you walk, and then you run to a monster, and the monster may swipe at you. So I guess that's like the earliest days of first person. It was like pre Doom and pre.
That I think would fall more into role playing category than first person, because first person was like Doom and Wolfenstein and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Right.
This is the place. It's called GOG. GOG.
Oh yeah, I know.
Games. I'm gonna do this here real quick, just as my, because I like everybody here.
Thank you.
Let's see here. Let me do a ticker here.
I know
you can actually physically download.
I know Brian's absolute favorite gold box game is Curse of the Azure Bonds.
Yeah, they used to do a lot. SSI used to do a lot of stuff for D&D, TSR, and such.
Yeah, and it was kind of innovative because they actually tried to adapt the first edition rules to the video game.
Yeah,
I could
Yep.
never play them because they always want you to play a party, and I can't play more than one character at a time.
yep.
But yeah, great stuff.
I have to ask a question. Tom says here, if I can find his comment real quick. Tom said that he played Doom, but it made him feel weird. Tom, what made you feel weird about the game? Was it like epileptic type stuff, or what was it? I'm curious about that.
I'm curious too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here. Did some Doom, but it made me feel weird. Like physically weird, mentally weird. Like
Might be
You
all
gotta-
the demons running around in it. I don't know.
you got to smoke the right weed before you play this.
Yes, exactly.
You know, not that homegrown bullshit from the backyard from your neighbor Tom.
And no smoking oatmeal with maple syrup either.
Okay, I've never heard that one before. You got to talk about this. Tom says vertigo and it hurt my soul. Interesting.
Ugh.
Interesting.
Oh wow.
Oh,
Well, I guess- yeah. Okay.
Dave Thompson says I have Pools of Radiance on 51.4 floppies. Yeah. Wow. Yeah.
wow.
You remember those programs? You'd get them, and it's like literally, he's not joking. It'd be like
Yeah, it's like a box just of nothing but floppies.
floppies.
My
Yeah.
first computer I ever had experience with was my friend's VIC 20.
Ooh.
That's your first
Wait.
computer experience?
Yeah,
Glenn?
that was way back. It even had a tape drive to put the game.
Oh, wow.
You know.
Ours was an Apple IIe, and then we went to a leading edge IBM compatible. It was like really powerful. It was a 286 with 1 meg of memory and 30 meg hard drive. And you actually had to manually park the drive when you shut it down. That's how
Oh, wow.
old it was.
Oregon
My friend-
Trail.
Yes,
I thought
yes.
it was so funny now. My friend was swore up and down. He says, I'm glad they put the operating system hardwired into the system. That takes up room on your hard drive. And it's now I'm looking like, yeah, right. And they could never update it.
Mm-hmm.
And well, sometimes that's a good thing with knowing Windows.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm as far as video games, I'm not the kind of. I mean, the last video game I played was the Wii. So
Yeah, Oregon Trail. Well, I mean, it's like us. We're developing with Darklight Interactive, David Floor. We're putting out Zonk, which is like a first-person
oh yeah,
mix with Eye of the Beholder kind of stuff. And I'll tell you what, it's a task.
Is it?
I take my hat off to those people, especially in the early days when you didn't have the modern tools and such you have today. Engine Joe says installing the old SSI games from an old disc is not for the amateurs. Please don't mess up your hard copy if you sell it. Yeah, exactly. Or the ones where they give you like the 36-digit code that's inside the box, attached to the box itself, and
Yeah.
then your mom throws away your box because she's yeah.
I
Yeah,
used to,
and you're out in the trash.
The few I did, I used to get that red paper with the code on there,
Yeah.
and it's like, how am I supposed to read this? This is like red on black and what?
Well, you have to have the special little lens for it.
Oh, that's those two. Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
my god. And then there's
Yep.
one. Okay,
Dis-
take out the manual and tell us what the third word on the fourth paragraph of the introduction.
Yep.
Oh my
That was
God.
another security feature they had.
None of them worked.
None of them worked, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's a computer games are, I mean, it ain't they're not what they used to be anymore. Now it's like lifelike,
Yeah.
and now AI being introduced. But
Oh, yeah.
This is what
Oh,
I
by
got
the way, as far as Mr. Gunn's little joke there, we had that one was kind of a running joke at work. We had one of our managers first name was Terry, and we kept saying, don't be dumb and die from dissing Terry.
Oh,
yeah,
Oh, that ran all over the department.
yeah. All your base are belong to us.
Yes. Oh, that was huge when that came out.
Yeah, and
Yep.
they set us up the bomb.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
I love that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So
Good memes.
yeah.
Mhm.
So anyone have anything special they got going on here in the future? Anything like news wise they want to talk about, like for their own, like, I mean, you're going through your YouTube channel that's being some type of training program now, but
Yep.
any future ideas for 10 Cars Tavern, Eric?
At the moment,
More
things are, things are in a holding pattern for the summer.
Are they?
Well, yeah, we'll see. We got a few balls in the air. We'll see where everything lands. I'll know more, but not yet.
Anyone else?
Oh,
Anything
my
special happening or not? Or
Nah, the only thing I've got right now is like, I got my one book releasing here in a couple of weeks, and then I'm just waiting for your schedule to settle down so we can finish up all of the print editions
covers,
for
layouts,
because we got to get those done. But those are what's next on my list is to get those done.
Yeah, and well, if I'd have gone to auditions last night, I would have had a show to do. But I don't.
Oh, what kind of audition are you going to?
The community theater is doing the Elephant Man here.
Oh,
that's interesting.
And Becky asked me not to, and she said we might want to do stuff the rest of the summer. I said you are right. I am actually going to take your advice and not do that.
Oh, that's right. Because if you were part of the show, then you would have to.
You have to stick around here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But every once in a while, every time she says, "I really wish you wouldn't do the show right now." Any audition, I said, "Remember what's happened last time you said that? I auditioned for The Odd Couple, and I got it." And she said, "I really don't think you should be doing a show right now. I won an award doing that show."
Mm-hmm.
Yay!
So every once in a while, when she says that, remember the last time you said that?
Mr. Gunn says at Tabletop Tap Room, Solitaire. When I worked tech support, I can tell you how many calls I got from folks who deleted their Solitaire icon from their desktop.
Oh, speaking of which, I've got a hilarious tale from when I was doing dial-up support. And this didn't happen to me. This happened to somebody else. But they called in and they couldn't get on the internet because we were doing dial-up support. And this guy was like, "Okay, double click on my computer." And she's like, "I am, but nothing's happening." Well, it's up in this corner here. And he kept going along and trying to get her to click on it. And all of a sudden, he hears this tink, tink. And he's like, "The heck?" He says, "How are you clicking on the screen?" She was literally taking her mouse up there and clicking on the screen with the physical mouse. And I was like, no. And then for me, that I'd heard all these people say about, customers calling in, and I broke my cup holder, which was a CD-ROM tray, and I was like, "Nah, that'll never happen to me." I got 2 calls like that. I was like, "No."
Wow.
Or they claim their computer's broken, but they just had the damn thing turned off or the monitors off.
Well, speaking of turned off, I had a customer. I've had this actually happen to me, I think 3 times, twice when I was doing dial-up and once at Liquid Web. Lady called in. This is legit how the call went. Is they called in. This is, "I can't get with the dial-up was I can't get up on the internet." I said, "Okay. Can you click on my computer?" "I can't." "Why not?" "Well, computer's not on." "Okay. Can you turn on your computer?" "I can't." "Why not?" "I don't have power." "Then why are you calling me?"
So you can make it all better.
Mr.
Yes.
Chad Dickout for Harambe had a sister moved.
Had a what? A cyst removed.
Yeah.
Ouch.
Oh.
That's an ouch.
Did the assistant be removed?
Had a caller ask about the cup holder. I'm sorry, but that's just.
Have you tried turning it off?
I'll send it back on again. Yeah. Well, if you've never seen it, you should watch all of the seasons of the IT Crowd because that is so spot on to what IT is.
Yep.
I feel sorry for Eric here. Eric is just like got a zoned out look on his face, like going, "You know what? You guys are just absolutely like."
Listen, I'm just enjoying.
Yeah. A lot of times when you guys are doing gaming, I'm over here kind of deer in the headlights, but now we're doing tech stuff and I'm in here and he's over here going, "I don't know what they're talking about."
That's why I'm on the Mac. I know. Listen, 10, 15 years ago, 20, when I was building my own PCs, I'd be all in on this. But when it became, I'm tired of being tech support for my freaking family.
Yes.
I'm like, I'm going to a Mac. I went, oh my God. You know what? You're all going to Macs. As I upgrade, you get my old one. Here, you get a Mac. You get a Mac.
I don't like Mac.
I don't either.
An iPad from Eric.
Yeah, you got an iPad.
Yeah, I recognize that look on Eric. It's the one he gets when 2 guys are just talking and talking and talking.
No,
like Rob.
Yeah, listen. It's the look you get when it's like, I no longer have to worry about blue screen of death.
Mhm.
I haven't had to deal with it in my family.
Oh, come on now. Let's be fair here, okay?
Right.
I am a devout Windows user, and I
Okay.
have only had the blue screen of death one time, and that was on a laptop years ago.
My family was getting it. I wasn't getting it often. My family was getting it an awful lot, and they had to get migrated. they had to, for my existence, for my own sanity, I had to get them away. I had to get them to idiot-proof that, and for me, if I don't play a lot of if I played a lot of computer games, Macs aren't great. However, if I'm doing things on my computer and I turn my computer on and I don't want to wait 7 minutes for my latest Pentium 9000 to boot up, as opposed to the Mac, which goes, "Oh yeah, let's do it. Okay, we're ready. Let's go."
Yeah.
Well, Mr.
I-
Gunn makes a good point here on something.
Oh, did he?
I use Windows strictly, but I'll admit it. I love my iPhone. I love my iPhone, but I just, you know, the problem with Windows is this, especially with Windows 11, you really have to know what you're doing is go in there and turn all the ancillary shit off, because they have so much turned on. They got this new thing where it almost like forces you to use their virtual online hard drive, which is, if you turn that off, then it won't read your printers, and it's like this big mess, because they're stopping support of everything under Windows 11, I think in September, October.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're deprecating it out.
So, by the way, this is for Dave. No. Although where I touch it, it matters. Don't take it too far. But where I touch the mouse does matter. So even though it's one big button, it thinks it's more.
Yeah.
Yes.
See, I started on Macs. My first computer was a Mac Plus, but I got priced out by Apple. See, Apple's great for people who are like dummies, like that kind of thing. But you pay for it because of the price. You really pay for it.
Well, and plus, if you take a look dollar for dollar, power for power, Windows is better in the sense that it's a lot cheaper to purchase if you're trying to get a powerful PC. But Mac is very good at things like things that are very graphic based, graphic design, Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, great for that. But and plus you get the Apple logo. Let's not forget the flipping Apple logo.
My dad! I got an Apple sticker. Where's my niece? Here you go, kid. Turn your Android into an Apple.
My iPad. This is what I did. You said put over the Apple logo.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
Myself, I use Linux, specifically the Kubuntu distribution. And like you were saying about having to turn off all the stuff when you first install Windows, it's kind of the same thing with Linux with KDE. You have to turn off all of the shiny, flashy stuff so that it's not like doing all these fades and all this other stuff, and your video card's dying in the process because they got all this animation. Turn all that off. Now it's a usable desktop for all kinds of stuff.
Well, it's like computers now. When you buy them and you turn them on, it looks like a freaking Christmas tree, because all the LEDs in the computer, even the RAM's got LEDs, and it's like turn all that shit off.
Yeah, they want everybody nowadays wants the shinies, which is why I like Leading Edge, because if you look, I mean, you've seen my desktop before, right, Don?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If you get a Leading Edge, I mean, it's a Linux only machine, but it is just basically this brown case, and it has one light, and that's the power switch. But they're a really good machine. Just don't buy the ones that have the AMDs in them. I used to be a big fan of AMD, but they're horrible nowadays.
Gotcha.
I've got a. Believe it or not, I'm sitting in front of a 10-year-old Lenovo.
Oh, okay, that's a good laptop or machine.
Still works. It's not a laptop. It's an all-in-one.
Yep.
But I love laptops and they're great, but I have to have a desktop too.
Yeah, I had one that was a Lenovo.
Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah, see, I had a Lenovo. The one that the one lady paid for her website with it.
Uh-huh.
It was a Lenovo gaming PC. It was a i7 Gen 2, and that thing lasted me 11 years. And the only thing I had to do with it was just buy a new power switch at one point, because that was the only thing that died on it. Other than that, it was still running
Really?
after 11 years. And I gave it to a friend of mine. He's still using it. It's still trooping right along.
Mhm.
Well, before I got the Lenovo, we were like strictly, for some reason, we were an HP house.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody's computer was HP.
I ran HP a lot. Yeah.
Yeah, and this computer I'm using, it's 250 gig storage, 8 gig RAM, 128 meg graphics card,
8 gig of RAM.
8 gig
Holy
of RAM.
cow! My computer would sit there. The software I use would probably sit there stall on that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Intel Core i5
Yeah.
CPU, 200 gigahertz, 2 gigahertz. Yeah, I know. Every time like Gage or Gavin comes over, Grandpa, you need a new computer. Yours is 10 years old. So why? It works fine.
It hasn't
If it
died yet.
works, why buy new? As long as it works for what you want.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what I said. And it's like, I'm the kind of guy who expects every machine to perform like my refrigerator, last for 20 years or more. You know, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I really hate having to replace a computer every 2, 3, 4 years. And then I'm forced to, because there's a new version of Windows that it won't run. And, and then they stop support for the one I have. And it's a mess.
Well, I just turn it all off.
Yeah. I'm just,
So
well, I just keep going. As long as it doesn't slow down, I'm fine.
mhm.
Anyway, I mean, I'm not even using Chrome right now. So,
Mhm.
Chrome, I got like 3 browsers I keep rotating through.
Mhm.
The VPNs are fun. They are. Watching YouTube with commercials in French. Oh boy.
Ee, poo-poo, caca.
Kuku kaka kuka. I'm using DuckDuckGo right now.
That's what I use.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Thaius goes, that's tiny RAM. You're talking about the 8 gig, Thaius?
Uh-huh.
That's why I look at my RAM. I'm like, yeah, 8 gig. Yeah, that's. But you gotta understand what I do. I mean, I think like right now I've got Photoshop open, InDesign, Corel, like 6 windows of Corel.
Yeah, you got.
I don't know how many flipping tabs I have open up here,
Oh, yeah.
but I guess it's all what you do. I mean, what do
Right.
you do with your computer?
Yeah.
Mine's mostly writing and coding and stuff like that, so it works perfect
Yeah.
for what I have.
Yeah.
What do you
So-
use? Hey, Don. No, Don. What do you use for your like editing software for like your YouTube videos and stuff?
I use Corel.
Corel?
Yep, Video Studio 2025.
Okay.
Yeah.
We use Paint Shop Pro, which is Corel, for my graphics stuff.
Well,
know
for
what
graphics, depends. For vector-based graphics, if I use Corel, I use Corel Draw.
Uh-huh.
But for things like manipulation of images, I use Photoshop. Layout, I'll use InDesign or Corel Draw, depending what I'm doing. So I'm pretty much the two.
Yeah. You know what I edit my YouTube videos on?
What's that?
Windows Movie Editor.
Oh, wow, that's no longer available.
I know. I run old stuff on here.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
If it still works, I'll use it.
Yeah,
And-
Eric, I think, has to go
Yeah,
too.
I
so-
gotta go, folks. I thank you.
Eric's
Thank you
got
for
his.
having me.
Yep.
I gotta go to the Discord, and then if I
Yep.
go to the Discord, I gotta like take out a week's worth of garbage.
Ah!
Thank you, New York City.
All right,
tonight is
Dave.
Garbage night. All right,
fun.
folks. Thank you.
All right.
God bless.
See you tomorrow night, both of you.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Corel Video Studio is what I use.
Okay.
I just like Corel. I mean, people knock it, but the people who knock it have never seen the modern stuff. They're
Yeah.
used to like Corel.
Yeah,
8
what
or
it used to
9,
be.
Long
because
time
that used
ago-
to be shit.
years ago, I bought Paint Shop Pro 6. Best
Mm-hmm.
$100 I ever spent. Because I'm using the old 8, and my wife keeps
Oh, wow,
it
yeah.
updated for her business. She keeps that updated so she can do her labels and stuff for her, like skincare and spices and all that kind of stuff. So yeah. Hey, you got time for? Or are we going?
No, you go ahead. What?
I was gonna ask you a gangbusters question.
What's
this
the
is
Gangbusters
kinda-
question?
This is kind of like generally.
Yeah.
I'm okay. there's a lot of people who go to conventions, and a lot of people have their own groups in their parts of the world, and they'll play, and they got a big group. I'm in a small town. I don't know hardly anybody here, and I want to go to the game store and start a gangbusters campaign. How much pushback or any kind of interest do you think I get?
The thing with gangbusters is gangbusters is so, it's almost like a weirdly niche kind of RPG, because most people think of role-playing games, they think fantasy or sci-fi.
Right.
You might be warmly received because it's different.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
I think that's like at WizardCon, Mark was so well received by people who didn't. I mean, people are like, what is gangbusters? It's like 1930s prohibition gangster. And like, oh, really? And sometimes that can, kind of benefit to you. I think a lot has to do also with how religious is your town? What kind of religion are they?
They play 5e.
Oh, if they play 5e, then they'd probably be interested in gangbusters, something different. I would go there and set a table up and say, listen, who wants to play a new kind of, role-playing game, and set them up. I think gangbusters would be probably
and we got an advantage because he made it BX. So, it's like there's old people there. There's never old people there, but it's like it's real easy to play.
But that's just it. It even if it is BX, even with kids who are used to 5e, they don't know it's what BX is.
Right.
And so I think sitting them down and playing, because it's a pretty simple system to learn.
Yes, ever since it came out in the 80s, it's like I've been playing with these groups of, okay, we play this, and that's it.
Yeah.
It was like Champions, first edition AD&D. We may try GURPS when it came out. That's about it. But it's always like I spent 12 years playing Champions. Yeah. And I was happy, but these guys, hey, I got a new game.
Yeah.
Never mind. We're playing this. They just wouldn't. I kept running into groups like that. They wouldn't entertain anything new.
Yep.
It was driving me crazy.
Mm-hmm. Well, because they're in a rut. They have what they like, and they don't want to break from it to learn something different, because they're like, well, what if I don't like it? Well, then you just found out you didn't like it, but maybe you do like it.
Hey, what we do?
Yeah. The only thing they used to play that I wasn't interested in, I never played, was like Starfleet Battles and 40K.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
I've never been into the Warhammer, never got into it. Never could.
I couldn't. I tried to get into the Warhammer Fantasy Battle, but I couldn't get into it. The role-playing game's good, but hey, what can I say? Anyway, that was my question. That was my question.
Yeah, I think it, just again, it all just depends. I mean, if the game shop that you're going to is willing to do a little pushing on it, maybe,
That's possible. That's possible. That's why I was so anxious to get the PDF and stuff, is because, or when the books get printed, I could give it to me. I want to sell this to people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's a unique system. I mean, it's different. It's fresh.
Yeah.
And, right now we're just, the big thing with us is, like we got editors and proper layout. We can get, things into proper editing, get them, because, that's a big thing with me, is I want to make sure now that everything that we have being put out, that's once into distribution, it's been edited properly. It looks good. It's presentable and such, because Mark has a lot of gangbusters product. I mean, he's got a lot of stuff in the pipeline.
He's a content machine.
Yeah. Constant content. And
but I'll tell you one thing. He is very, very lucky to have you as a publisher.
Oh, thank you.
Because I don't know any other publishers who just prod him and keep the wheels turning on this.
Well, the thing about Mark is what Mark does, and I think unconsciously, is he doesn't realize something, is what helps him is, you come out your core material.
Right.
Well, then you follow up with an ancillary, book or something that helps the game. But between those things is you come out with like little mini adventure packs or something different.
Yes.
And you constantly feed people, because people these days, especially, you got to keep their attention. It's like, why is Eric constantly getting subscribers? Because Eric posts almost every day. People want to be stimulated constantly. It's the same thing in gang.
Engine Joe, Mark Hunt has the Gangbusters license.
Yep.
He got it from
Rick Krebs.
Rick, thank you. I couldn't think of the name. Rick Krebs.
Mm-hmm.
There's a story in there.
And Engine Joe, that's exactly what's going on. We're through our publishing company. We're releasing a new version called Gangbusters BX.
This is the first supplement for it is called The Hustler's Guide to Rock Junction. I just printed out the PDF. It's not out in print yet.
Yeah, it'll be out sometime right around the 27th, 28th.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, lots of material for that. Lots of material. But, well, everybody, been on for an hour now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Steve, you look like you're about ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
But Glenn, thank you for coming on.
Hey, thank you for having me.
Also, to circle back to something, because I saw Engine Joe had a comment. He said he uses OpenOffice for his Word program, and I use that too. As far as for graphic art editing, I still have Photoshop 6. I run it through Windows XP and VirtualBox, and then for my video editing, I use Kden Live.
Right.
Which is completely free. It's available on Windows, Mac, and Linux, and it's a great program.
I used to use OpenOffice. Now you use LibreOffice.
Yes, I should call it Libre, but it's just
they can do something a little bit better than OpenOffice. That's why I got it.
Mm-hmm.
And so you use what did you say, Photoshop?
Yeah, I have Photoshop 6, and I have Kden Live for my video editing.
Oh, okay, cool. One of these days I'll try another video editing thing.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. Kden's really easy to use.
I hate learning curves. That's why I don't do VTT.
Yeah, but what I like about the Corel, the Corel Video Studio is, I just like the fact that it's really really intuitive. Mm-hmm. You can put your main video and then you can add different layers to it and sound files and background sound, and you can pull the sound forward and you can cut and pull stuff into it. It looks confusing because when you start looking at everything you do, it's all these different layers. Looks like a EKG, 8 or 9 of them going. But if you learn it,
I know
it's actually not. It looks more intimidating than it is. But I guess that's like anything. I mean,
pretty much.
If you're used to driving a 75 or 73 Pinto and you hop in a Kia Sportage X Pro now, it'll be looking intimidating too.
You're used to. For my podcast, I used to use Cool Edit Pro till I lost the license.
Yeah,
that was Adobe. Adobe bought it anyway. But I went to Audacity and I haven't had any problem.
Yeah, Audacity's good.
Yeah.
So far.
It can change, but.
Oh yeah.
All right, gentlemen. Well, it's past 9 o'clock.
Mark.
Oh, Mark's here. Mark, how you doing? Long time no chat. What's it been, like 3 hours? But, well, gentlemen, I think we'll call it night. It's past 9.
Sounds
Everyone's,
good.
I think, kind of like slowing down and
Yeah.
finally getting some cooler weather here, and it's supposed to get right back. About 70-degree weather here today, and it's supposed to be back like up to like a 102 in a couple days.
90s in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So okay, cool. And I will see you tomorrow night.
Yep, Friday night. So, well, guys, thank you very much. Everyone in chat, thank you for guys tuning in. We will be back next week. Don't know about what, but I'm sure something dumb will happen with Wizards of the Coast or something else in life. So, everybody, have a good night. Glenn, Steve, thank you very much.
Bye, folks.